evening, everyone, and welcome back to our playthrough of No More Heroes 2, Desperate Struggle. In the last episode, we took down the devious Dr. Let's Shake and ascended 13 spots up the ranking list to claim our spot as the number 10 rank. In addition, our previous assassin, who became our self-appointed mentee, Shinobu Jacobs, took our spot, and we are going to be playing with her for the next 2 episodes. As you may notice, the title screen changes from Travis on the toilet to Shinobu Jacobs in the shower, which is how she saves the game. We'll see that this episode. So in this episode, we're going to be facing down the first of the bosses as Shinobu. Now, this is a part of the game that a lot of people seem to not really like, and I used to not like it too. It's frustrating to have a sudden gameplay shift, but I've kind of warmed up to it as I've gotten more used to controlling Shinobu in boss fights. Oh, and I hope y'all liked that new intro that I made. It's basic, but I wanted to give like a little bit of old school style.
Not overconfident. Unlike you, I can see myself objectively.
Creepy little girl.
Don't forget your promise. Double cross me, and you're dead.
You cannot kill me, silly.
You're not worth the stain on my blade.
So I don't think it's ever elaborated what that promise is. Someone can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. So, the first of Shinobu's levels comes in, we'll explain all this, is taking place in Santa Destroy Bank. So, Shinobu controls a little differently from Travis Touchdown. She has shorter combos, she has a taunt at the end of her combos, and she's generally a little slower than Travis is. However, there are some differences. So, the main thing you want to do with Shinobu is you want to mix up your high and low attacks. Because I'll show you what happens if you don't. See, she has a taunt, and that can leave you wide open for a counterattack. And she has a different parrying system. Instead of doing a spin around charge attack, she fires off the sonic sword beams from her boss fight in the first game. So I'll teach you something a little bit that I don't think I've seen any other Let's Play of No More Heroes 2 on this platform, is that each of these little cubbies here, you know, where accountants and bank tellers would be, are filled with money. There's going to be a lot of money in this episode. It's actually it kind of comes to the detriment of health pickups in this game. Also, I think this is a good time to go over a little bit of trivia in No More Heroes. No More Heroes does not operate off of the traditional American money system, despite taking place in a town in California. It operates on its own local currency system, of which it is controlled by the very hyperinflated Santa Destroys the very hyperinflated LB dollar. LB being the abbreviation for pound, and dollar, of course, referring to the US dollar. So the LB dollar is actually pretty hyperinflated, and there's a great video on this platform about it that I'll probably link to in the description below that goes over just how inflated it is. It's a really cool video. I actually really like it. So, if you come up against these pistol guys, you can always dark step the final shot they fire. See? And dark stepping again is achieved by hitting the left stick after you block a applicable attack. And you also notice that she won't. Shinobu's recharge animation isn't, you know, jerking off the sword. It is sharpening her sword since she uses a metal blade instead of a beam katana. And if you charge up her blade, you can move faster. But it's at the cost that you can't block any attacks that come your way. I believe this is just cash. I believe that's what this treasure chest is. Yeah, I was right. So again, a lot of people don't like playing as Shinobu, and I used to not like playing as Shinobu. She's kind of frustrating to get used to, I will admit. So I've always found this rune to be a little bit challenging because you have these pistol enemies, especially on Bitter. Pistol enemies will just spam attacks at you. The gun-toting goons in this in Bitter are super hard. So this should be your first time running up on one of these sword-wielding guys outside of the revenge missions. So they're pretty decently bulky, but you notice what I'm doing here is I'm doing 1 heavy attack, 2 to 3 light attacks, and they can't really break out of it. I should also explain the other thing that makes Shinobu special is that she can jump. And you can do a jumping attack. You can do a jumping attack, which is really helpful. And she also does not do... She does not do many wrestling moves, actually. She can do a Hurricane Rana, but she doesn't do anything outside of that. So there should be some extra goons that spawned up here, I believe. Yeah, I'm right. So you can knock down enemies with a running charge attack, and then it should be able to immediately kill them right there. So, Shinobu has a lot that differentiates her from Travis. She also, I feel like she has a slower, like, default running speed. But I haven't exactly tested that. It's just more of like a gut feeling. Oh, also, sometimes you may catch a peek of her sheath, of her katana sheath here. And I believe it may not be actually on the model, it may just be on the artwork, but it has the little miniatures from Travis's favorite anime. So you just want to be careful in moving through these lasers. I don't actually know what happens if you trigger the lasers, but we're not going to find out. There we go. So that bank vault will lock behind you, and so you immediately want to prioritize any enemies that's wearing like a vest, because they are machine gunners, and machine gunners are terrible in this game. So you may notice my pattern. I just do one heavy attack, 2 to 3 light attacks. So it just goes X, Y, Y, X, Y, Y, X, Y, Y. Or if you're on a Switch, it's Y, X, X, right? I never like dealing with these fat guys as Shinobu. It feels like they just take a ton of hits, because Shinobu doesn't do all that much damage. Shinobu actually doesn't do a ton of damage. Because I don't know if it's that she carries over the same strength stats from Travis, but she just doesn't do a ton of damage. And another playable character we'll come across later also does not carry over a ton of stats from Travis. This also may be a good time to realize that attacking enemies from the back does extra damage. So it may be helpful to trigger an enemy into attacking, and then sneak around to their back to kill them. So the gimmick of this room is that you have to run around and look for the triggers, right? These little face triggers. These is the face of the boss. And this teaches you that you have to use the charge attack exists, and that you have to use it. Because there's a later boss fight that requires you to have absolute mastery of the charge attack. Can I hit it from here? Cool. I don't think I've ever done that before. But yeah, you can just jump up and hit it. And you can just hit this one, and then this one. And that's the end of the stage. It goes straight into the boss fight from here. So this is probably the worst of the two boss fights for Shinobu. It's very, very boring. Since there is an infinite combo. And we're going to be showing that off. So I don't know why they have like a fully functional shower near the bank vaults. But it's very convenient. Anybody who works in a bank, tell me if you have showers. So over here you have your full health and item and battery refill, but we're not going to need those.
What? Who's there?
Sorry, but I gotta make this quick.
My opponent's a young girl?
If you kill me, you can fight Travis. But that's a huge if.
You talk a lot of trash for a child.
Let's get to the fun.
So I'm actually going to pause the game here just to make sure that I'm actually recording. I have some sort of like weird premonition that I'm not. I am recording. I'll edit that out then. So this is Million Gunman. He was originally supposed to be a resurrected Dr. Peace, who was a boss from the first game. But they just turned him into a stereotypical evil banker. This isn't the infinite combo I was talking about, but it's pretty close. So his main gimmick is that he'll run into these doors and then he'll teleport around the arena. So it's kind of hard to tell like where he initially spawns. But you can kind of tell from his from the trajectory of his. So this is the infinite combo I was talking about. Once he says like get lost or fuck you, I swing twice with a low attack and then immediately dodge. And this locks him into an infinite combo. Uh-oh. So he can actually pimp slap you there. And that was my fault that I didn't keep my guard up. Whoops. See, this is the one thing that people hate about Shinobu, is that she has platforming, and she can be a little floaty. Oh, there he is. He actually fires condensed wads of money at you. He fires coins and condensed bullets at. Uh-oh, he's about to run away again. But yeah, if you do it right, you can infinite combo him to death. I've done it before, plenty of times. Oh, there he is. So yeah, thrilling gameplay, I'm sure. The next boss is not this boring. But he was originally supposed to be a resurrected Dr. Peace, and I honestly kind of would have preferred him that way, because Dr. Peace was such a cool villain. Alright, we beat him without only taking like a single point of damage. That's pretty good.
Any last words?
Just give me your name.
He has a flashy kill, though. I like it.
When the gatekeeper to hell asks who sent you, tell him it was Shinobu Jacobs.
Yes, sir.
Enjoy your trip.
Bang! He is dead. Alright, so that's the first Shinobu
Give me
level.
the next one.
So that was the first Shinobu level with Million Gunman. He is not a particularly difficult boss. He's actually probably one of my least favorites in the game. And also you notice that because of Shinobu's fighting for Travis, anything she does is signed off in his name. Alright, so this will go straight into... I believe this goes straight into the next fight. So I'm not... I'm trying to think if it goes straight into the next fight. I don't think it does. I think it goes into a cutscene. Yeah, I was right. It goes straight into a cutscene.
It's this bishop's grave.
Yeah. Were you friends?
Yes, we never met in person, but we knew each other well. We exchanged many letters, even though our countries and languages were different. We truly understood each other. I am very much indebted to him. He gave me courage. Oh, I'm just rambling. Don't mind me.
By any chance?
Do you know his best friend, Travis?
Of course.
Excellent. In that
So,
case,
this guy in this
you
cutscene is
prove
actually
it is
Suda51's favorite director,
It is?
Takashi Miike, who is known for making a lot of Japanese cult films.
knowing it
He's
isn't
voiced
him.
he's voiced by him. It's based off his appearance, and he comes back in No More Heroes 3.
Let me light some incense before I go.
Thanks. I promise to deliver it to my master.
Please do.
Yeah?
Shinobu, the next match is ready.
On my way. This better be good.
Also, I like how I think the grave there is a reference that says heart is a reference to Owen Hart. Alright, so before we start this next level, I'm actually going to end the recording here. Thank y'all very much for watching, and in the next episode, we will take down the next and last Shinobu stage and boss. So, see you guys then.